And this is exactly why I said I'll always remain grateful for whatever situation I'm in. I try to find the positivity no matter what, because the situation can always get worse. I'll have to excuse the fan in the background. I'm in the bathroom in the motel. And please excuse the lack of voice that I have because we're fighting something. We all woke up with some kind of cough this morning. And I think that's just our bodies trying to adjust from the new environment and going back and forth. But let me get back to it. A little over a week ago today, I had a dishwasher that was somewhat working. I had a kitchen sink. I had a stove. I had a kitchen. Yeah, it was small, but it was more than what we're working with now. And a lot of you wanted to put down that situation that we were living in. I mean, albeit it was definitely not ideal for our size of a family we have now, but there was a lot of positivity about it too. And I think that's just because we had really spent the time to make that situation work for our family. While we were packing up the U-Haul, Drew and I noticed we really did have that place organized to fit for our family. Drew and I both really like the concept of a tiny home as long as it has well organization to it, but ideally
you do like it. You've become accustomed to motel life. That's the reason why you continue to stay there. At this point, it's a choice. You choose to stay there. I would really love for anyone that thinks that this is normal or that these kids are enjoying this, they're enjoying being 7 deep in a 350 square foot room. Please go watch Homeless, the Motel Kids of Orange County. Y'all, it's a documentary that explains what these children go through. It explains some of their deepest, darkest feelings, their emotions. Most of them talk about how they don't like being piled on top of each other. They talk about how it's embarrassing. They talk about the amount of crime they see. They talk about the things that go on when the camera isn't around, and which is probably what's happening in this situation. Every time I get on this app, I see you trying to normalize hotel life in one way or the other. Just like on your your little laundromat thing the other day, you acted like it was just normal, that everybody in America lives that way. We don't, Stephanie. We get out and we work and we do what we have to do to make sure that our kids are in that situation.
Picture this. A mother in a cramped motel room, casually lifting pans and dishes off a filthy floor we've seen covered in bags, ants, clutter, grocery bags, and dirt. And she's smiling like she's about to prepare something gourmet. I'm sorry, but what? My brain just stopped for a second. Because the way she's normalizing this environment for her kids, and the way she tries to package it like a cozy little home moment, it genuinely gives me chills. And you guys, it only gets worse from here. So let's rewind and really sit with this for a moment, because every single detail matters. And honestly, I feel like if I rush through it, the weight of what's actually happening here might get lost. And I don't want that. I want you to feel it the way I felt it. And when I first saw these clips, like you're sitting right there with me, coffee in hand, and we're both leaning in forward, going, oh no, girl, what are you doing? TikTok's patience with Stephanie Jenkins, it is not just wearing thin anymore, it is practically evaporated. Gone. People are exhausted, emotionally drained, fed up, frustrated, and you can almost hear the collective heavy sigh every time she posts. It's like watching someone try to convince the world that chaos is normal. And the saddest part, she does it with a straight face. She frames everything like it's acceptable. Like 7 human beings living in one cramped motel room is something we should clap for. No stability, no hygiene, no real food security, no privacy. Nothing that resembles what children should be growing up around. And she acts like it's all totally fine, like we're the dramatic ones for reacting. Her recent posts, they did not just cause a little stir, they sent the entire internet spiraling. People were stunned, disgusted, confused, angry. Pick an emotion and someone out there felt it. And the whole thing really exploded with the meatloaf video, the one that quite literally broke TikTok, and I'm not exaggerating. So, she starts the video, right? And the first thing she does is pick her cooking utensils off the floor. And not like, oops, I dropped this, let me pick it up. No, she lifts them up from a pile of random things sitting on the ground like this is just her normal routine. And when I say the floor, you guys already know the floor I am talking about. The same disgusting floor viewers have seen crawling with bags, tiny ants, questionable crumbs. The one where groceries are thrown around on top of dirt and random pile-ups like it's a storage corner. The same floor where dirty dishes sit casually scattered like a landfill starter kit. So yes, right from the first frame, everyone watching already felt that deep, uncomfortable, stomach-tightening feeling of, oh no, this is going to be bad. It was instant. You could almost feel the whole internet flinch. And the comments, they did not hold back for even a second. People were clocking everything, her cooking methods, her lack of hygiene, the ingredients, all of it. The word slop came up more times than I could count. And honestly, based on what we were watching, they were not wrong. But here's where things really take a turn. And I mean the turn that makes you sit up a little straighter. Like, wait, No way she actually did that. Because this is where I literally paused the video, put my cap down, and just stared at the screen like, is she serious right now? The ingredients she added, oh my god, besties. It was like watching someone panic and throw their entire pantry into a bowl. I felt myself blinking in slow motion. She threw in hot honey, then sugar, like actual sugar, because why not make a dessert at this point, right? Then tomato paste, cheese, pumpkin, spice pumpkin. Then tomato paste, cheese, pumpkin spice of all things. Oatmeal instead of breadcrumbs. And then she unleashed this tornado of seasoning that absolutely nobody asked for. It was giving dessert. It was giving disaster. It was giving, please, somebody take the ball away before it becomes self-aware. And then this is where I actually gasped. She did not even cook it properly. The meatloaf came out pink, and not cute medium pink that you'd see in a burger ad. No, I'm talking unsafe pink. That raw, should this be reported pink? And she just cut it into like everything was normal. Like she did not just serve chaos with a side of salmonella. And after all the chaos, she served her kids tiny little portions. Microscopic, I would say. If you blinked too fast, you'd miss the food on the plate. Barely enough to satisfy a toddler, let alone growing children. And she does this constantly. No seconds allowed, none. She will literally leave leftovers that exist only because she restricts them from the night before, sitting in the fridge instead of letting the kids eat until they're full.
See what we got to work with today, okay? Alright, so I wanted to see if I can make a meatloaf with what I got. These two of them, some leftover onions and peppers, so my seasonings are doing great. Look at that. So there's a little blaze for this one. Holy crap, that smells amazing. Just put like another little scoop of meatloaf. Actual meatloaf. Very dialogue. Here we go. Nothing. My phone gets dirty every time I put it down.
I couldn't have bought a shelf in a year. In an entire year, you couldn't have bought a $20 shelf to pick all that up off the floor. Making slop in the hotel room. None of these are meatloaf ingredients. What is this recipe, Pookie? Pookie, this is not how you make meatloaf. You're supposed to put breadcrumbs in the meatloaf, not oatmeal in the meatloaf.
So the argument, at least she feeds her kids, doesn't hold anymore, because what exactly is
right?
this she's feeding them?
None of this
and why are they
meatloaf.
constantly being restricted from eating more? Like, imagine being a kid, hungry, sitting in a cramped motel room, watching your mom scrap together these bizarre meals you cannot even stomach, and then being told you can't have seconds. But wait. Because this is the part that really made the internet do a triple take. She re-uploaded the same cooking video. Yes, re-uploaded it as if the first video did not already cause an uproar. Same chaos, same floor, same undercooked meat, same everything. With a caption that read, "This was homie. Sometimes it's the little things. I hope everyone is having a good Sunday evening. Much love, everyone. Bye. Bye now, homie." And that is when the internet just collectively lost it. Because she keeps trying to convince everyone that this unstable motel environment is okay. She keeps wrapping these bare minimum meals in warm Instagram language to emotionally soften the reality. She uses these sad, thrown together dinners as emotional padding to justify why she's still there, why she's not looking for a real home, why her kids should accept this. She treats preparing a disastrous meal in a tiny clustered space crowded with 7 bodies as if it's some cozy family ritual, like something to cherish. But it's not, homie. Not when the floor is dirty, not when bags are crawling around, not when the environment is unstable, and not when the kids don't even have space to breathe, let alone grow. Next, she starts talking about Thanksgiving, and you guys, I'm telling you right now, I felt my jaw literally unhinge. Thanksgiving in the motel again? I don't know why she said it so casually either, because she posted it with this kind of excitement someone would have if they were hosting a big family dinner in a cozy house with a real dining table, not in a cramped, suffocating one-room motel where 7 people share every inch of air. And the caption sent me. I can't wait for Thanksgiving leftovers, because you all know Thanksgiving leftovers hit different. Last year, we barely even had leftovers. I think we had 1 day of leftovers, but these kids are excited about Thanksgiving. They usually eat a ton. And I'm sitting there reading this like, you can't wait for leftovers? Leftovers from what exactly? Because this is the same woman who serves her kids microscopic portions like she's rationing food in a war bunker. How are you excited for leftovers when the kids never even get a full plate in the first place? And that is when it hits. That is when everything clicks. Leftovers exist because the kids are not allowed to eat until they're full. That is why. And it's not abundancy, it is restriction. Leftovers are literally the result of kids being denied seconds. Meanwhile, Deshaun, sweet Deshaun, said that when he's at his mom's house, he actually gets to eat until he's satisfied. He gets seconds, real seconds, not the dream about it and hope seconds. But at the motel, never. And then in this same Thanksgiving post, she proudly mentions that she burned the leftover meatloaf while reheating it. And then she says she loves it that way. Loves it. As if burnt leftovers are some delicacy. As if this is something she looks forward to. And honestly, this part broke my heart a little.
I don't know about y'all, but I love me some leftovers. I'm gonna eat the leftover meatloaf, and when I was warming it up, it got a little burned. I love that for me. Love it. Anyways, I'm just being psycho. And then some of those beans that were in there that y'all seen, those were mediocre, but it's food. And an avocado to go with it. I'm gonna try a bite of the beans and the avocado at the same time, and if I like it, I'm just gonna mix it in there. I feel good. It'll be good. I knew that would be wrong. I love leftovers. I know I already said that, but y'all silly if you don't like leftovers. Food is 1,200 times better after it sits in the fridge for a little bit. Especially just certain things like casseroles, lasagna. Bomb. Speaking of lasagna, I get to make a baked ziti tonight and I'm so excited. It's good.
And she dropped another post that truly shocked everyone. It read, "One thing I fault myself on as a parent, that I've always been the touch me not type. I don't even like a cuddle with Drew, but I know this about myself, and as a parent, I've always done what I can to shove that uncomfortable stuck in a tight box feeling aside and be there for cuddles when my baby's needed. I feel it's easier said than done to remind myself to sit down, slow down, and just embrace the moment with my kids. I'm always on a rush and go mode. And this is where the confusion started, because what is she rushing to? She doesn't work outside the motel. She's always in the same room. She's always online. So where exactly is this rush and go mode happening? And let's not forget, her daughters once tried to sit beside her during a live and she snapped, yelled at them and sent them away. So of course, all the kids stopped seeking cuddles. They're scared of rejection. She also wrote, "I'm guilty of not seeking out cuddles after my kids reach a certain age and they don't come to me for cuddles themselves. It's on me to make sure my babies still feel a positive, safe space in me as their parent, and I strive every day to be just that for them." And yes, it's good that she acknowledges she needs to improve, but emotional safety isn't enough when the environment itself is unstable. Kids need affection and stability. And living month to month in different motels, never knowing where they'll be next, is not stability. Right now, the public sees through her intentions, like completely, painfully, unmistakably through them. And honestly, you can feel the collective shift. You can feel the moment when people stop giving her the benefit of the doubt and start realizing, oh, she's not trying to get out of this situation. She's trying to maintain it. They see that she wants housing handouts straight up. Not like, I'm trying my best and I need help, but more like she's waiting for someone to hand her a fully furnished apartment wrapped with a bow. They see that she's hoping people will find Christmas gifts for her kids because she's already hinting at it, planting seeds, nudging her audience emotionally instead of financially planning herself. They see that she's preparing mentally, emotionally, comfortably to celebrate the entire festive season in the motel, and she's doing it while refusing to take any steps, any action, and any effort to improve the situation for her children. She's settling into the chaos like it's a lifestyle choice. And the internet, they are done. They are calling her out loudly, boldly, very publicly. People are stitching her videos, reposting her content, dissecting her captions. Nobody is whispering anymore. It is full volume criticism at this point, and you can feel the frustration in every word. But her response, she brushes all of it off. She labels everyone haters. She weaponizes that word like it's a shield, deflecting every ounce of accountability. Instead of listening, instead of absorbing even one tiny piece of the criticism, she throws that label out like it's supposed to silence everyone. But it doesn't. It just makes the gap between her and the public louder, wider, and messier. So what do you think about all of this? Because the situation, this entire storyline is getting darker by the day. Like and subscribe to stay updated because trust me, there is more coming.